You can talk about the heart attack.
Actually, I got a question about that. How would Fox News attack you for a heart attack?
No, I don't know, man.
Because I mean, Bill Clinton had a heart attack.
We cannot confirm that it was a heart attack. I haven't been in the hospital. I don't have health insurance. Hell, who does? You know, you've got 45,000 Americans dying of stuff that could have been corrected if they could afford health insurance. I mean, that's capitalistic genocide. We're talking. Hold on. We're talking about tens of thousands of people dying every year. Tens of thousands of Americans, the richest, most powerful country in history, and at least 40,000 people dying every year because they don't have health insurance. This is the only industrialized so-called democracy that doesn't have free universal health care. And so, in a dynamic like that, I just figured, fuck it, no, I'm not going to go to the hospital. So I don't know I can't confirm or deny whether or not I actually had a heart attack. It may have been indigestion, and it may have been just anxiety. It may have just been gas. Who knows? I guess I'll never know, because what I should have done is immediately go to the hospital right after it happened. But I had work to do. I had to work on y'all's Aquaman story. You know,
So
just goes to show. And you know what? To all those right-wing scumbags out there saying, "Oh, niggas are lazy and they're just on welfare and they don't want to work and all this." No, as soon as I had that, may or may not have been a heart attack. As soon as I had that so-called heart attack, I was right back at the computer typing. So all you bootstrappers can kiss the blackest part of my ass. If I was the lazy stereotype that y'all think that I am, then I would have immediately gone to the hospital and been able to confirm or deny if it was a heart attack. I don't know what it was. All I know is I'm under a lot of stress having to type in the front lobby of the St. Charles, where y'all have been, and y'all have seen how ignorant them niggas act, you know, bunch of damn hoochie mamas and wannabe shot callers, straight out of a shitty BET sitcom, you know. Bottom line is, Aaron Magruder should have gotten not only an Emmy, but a Nobel Peace Prize for having done the Boondocks, for having exposed the worst aspects of the black community.
So can you explain?
Aspects of the black community that my landlord, unfortunately, is enabling, coddling even, you know, instead of simply telling the folks in the lobby, look, this is not a goddamn Tyler Perry play, keep the volume down, there's a difference between inside voice and outside voice. You know, it's complicated, but...
Can you explain what happened?
God damn it, y'all, I said I wasn't gonna talk about this shit. Fuck, I just doubled over, but not to the point where I collapsed. You know, I was still sitting in my chair, but, you know, I for about a minute, for 30 seconds to a minute, I had to just stop what I was doing. But then, you know, once the pain wore off, I got right back to work. And I really hope that some right-wing scum is not going to take this clip and then use it and say, oh, look, you see, if Saab Lofton can get right back to work after what he thought was a heart attack, then you can too. No, you will not turn me into goddamn Horatio Algier. Fuck that shit twice.
And so what's your plan? You're going to sue the building?
I don't know what's gonna happen. If I can't afford a doctor, I sure as fuck can't afford a lawyer. I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell.
Did you appeal to the Tenants Association?
Yeah, and I haven't heard any response yet, because, you know, there's those who do not know black culture are not going to understand what it is that I'm dealing with. They're not going to understand what the problem is. So when I say, well, these tenants, and we're only talking about a handful, thank God, only a handful of these tenants are acting like this, but it's like those who haven't seen the episodes of the Boondocks about Dr. King coming back, about the trial of R. Kelly, they're not going to know what I'm talking about. And they're simply going to assume that I'm being overly picky, that I'm being anal, that I'm expecting too much out of what is essentially a public place. They don't understand. They don't understand that, you know, acting like Shanae from that sitcom Martin is not acceptable. It is not part of the Black American experience. It is not part of our cultural heritage, which must be maintained.